Hello,
Action.
ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to J-Man0029's podcast with special guest CoreGamer44. How you doing?
Hey guys, what's up?
How you doing, my man?
I'm sorry if I ruined your opening there, but I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, it's all right. Hey, we're talking over internet. Interruptions tend to happen.
I know it's been lagging a little bit, but hey, you gotta work with what we have, right?
Yep. Dedication, folks. Anyway, if you guys didn't hear, there's a new trailer for the new Pokemon games. Pokemon X and Pokemon Y.
So original.
Original. Well, they kind of ran out of minerals colors, so why not the
Yeah.
alphabet?
I'm looking at this forum here, and people are like giving suggestions on what it should have been called. And right now, the number one suggestion was Pokemon Alpha and Omega.
Oh, that does sound better.
That's kind of interesting, but
Yeah. Pokemon's like the only series where like the sequels don't have numbers. They just have they have anything but numbers.
and pretty soon it's gonna pull a Mario Kart, right?
Oh yeah, Mario Kart 7. Even though
Yeah,
there's
when they interviewed him for that, he was like, he announced the title, and then he was like, "Oh, by the way, this is the seventh Mario Kart," and everyone just face palmed.
the funny thing is that there's actually 8.
And wait,
There's 8 of them.
did they not count the Game Boy?
I think they didn't count the arcade one.
Oh, that's right. There is an arcade one with Pac-Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I love that game.
Aw. 10
Well,
out, 10,
anyway,
10 out of 10. Anyway, back to Pokemon.
yeah,
So, me and Core Gamer were just watching the trailer a couple days ago. A week, actually.
my bad.
No, it's alright. I had some shit to do, too. It's called life. Tends to get in the
Yeah,
way.
college can be a pain anymore.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it has its ups and downs.
Well, yeah, I found the trailer to be really interesting. Like, well, the only problem I had with it was that Pikachu creeped me out really bad at the
It
beginning.
just pops up and, like, shocks the entire world.
It blows up
It
the planet.
actually surprised me because I thought it was just like most of the commercials for like the older games had the 3D Pokemon, but then it's just like the 2D gameplay. But then a few minutes in, like we're still in 3D. It's like, okay, when's the actual gameplay going to show up? And I was like, this is the gameplay.
You know what I think they're gonna do for the final Pokemon? I think they're gonna pull what they did at the start of this trailer. They're just gonna have Pikachu destroy the world.
I thought I thought the next version will be like Pokemon Z.
Well, they were gonna make. Didn't you say they were gonna make a gray?
Those were rumors. Like, there was an actual web domain for Gray, but maybe it was just some fan or something. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I last checked that. But good thing we were wrong about that. Because Black and
That
White
would.
2 is awesome.
Oh, well, I've never played it.
Oh,
I've yet to play that and Conquest. Well, you showed me Conquest, which I did like actually.
yeah, it's pretty cool. A 10 out
Uh,
of 10.
one Pokemon I hope they do make is Pokemon Creepy Black.
Creepy Black, yes.
Oh my god, that would be so freaky to play.
So, as we gather, well, we saw so far we saw was the trainer's design, mostly the male trainer.
Yeah, they only focus on a little kid running around.
Yeah, with rollerblades. We're moving up in the world.
And they're I don't know. What are your thoughts on the 3D world?
I'm liking it so far. There's this one part where you're like climbing up this mountain, but you're not just like walking up it. You're like swinging on vines, jumping on like the grass
Oh yeah,
trampoline.
the Vine scene, that was really awesome.
Yeah,
That caught my attention.
yeah, I was kind of impressed because I thought so far from what we've seen, it's not just like the Pokemon world in 3D. So far it looks more interactive compared to the other games.
I'm comparing it to Persona right now.
Really? Yeah, I can see that. Funny thing, Brain Scratch actually brought that up.
They compared it too.
Yeah, one of them brought up. I can't remember right now. But anyway.
I don't know why, but that just seems that's the first game that pops up in my head when I see this new trailer
Yeah.
to like relate to it.
Yeah, I can see it too.
And how do you like the starters?
Oh, now we get into the starters. Uh, let's go grass, fire, and water.
That works for me.
Yeah,
Let's
save
start with
save
the
the
worst
best.
one.
Yeah. I don't think it's bad design wise. There's just something weird about it.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
What did you compare it to before we
I
started, Ryan?
I compared him to a grass version of Oshawott.
Yeah, that's what I
I,
thought too.
that's what he looks like. I mean, I know that they were going for like a mole because moles dig underground and everything, but
Yeah,
I don't know. It's the headpiece that's throwing it off right now.
yeah. Actually, I actually looked him up, like, see what he is, because I was like, I get the idea it's supposed to be like a mole or something.
Mhm.
Apparently, it's supposed to be kind of like based off a hedgehog or something related to a hedgehog.
Okay, okay, I can see a hedgehog now with the little spiky things on top.
I mean, it's kind of cute, but it does have that ocelot look.
It needs to be blue and run really fast.
Yeah.
Or black and control
Chespin, he
chaos.
can really move. Chespin, he's got an attitude.
Oh god, as long as he doesn't have like a little partner and they make a doll version that curses you.
Yeah, especially if you lose in a race
A
against the worst
duel.
character. But well,
Don't bring that up. That was horrible.
I know. I kind of like it. Like, we can't give our full opinions because it's only their first evolution, so can't be too harsh on him.
Yeah,
Because
that's
who knows,
right.
he might be having the most badass looking one.
Yeah, Oshawott did that. I mean, it was this retarded looking otter thing.
Narwhal.
And then I actually liked this final evolution. Samurott.
Yeah, Samurai. I like the final of.
And then I actually liked this final evolution. Samurott.
Yeah, Samurai. I like the final evolution, like the design by itself. About the last starters, the gen, is like they felt like they grew up. Like you can
Yeah,
see him becoming that. Like Tay-Pig's this little pig, then he grows into a bigger pig, and then an even bigger pig. With
yeah.
Oshawott, no, go ahead.
Sometimes. Oh, my bad.
No,
Sometimes the evolutions can like get out of hand.
yeah,
Like
you're
you
right.
can get like a really random one, but I see where you're going with that.
Like Ramarade turning into an octopus. But yeah, you're right. Not all of them are perfect, but yeah, we're kind of getting off track. But back to Chespin.
I've never really favored grass types that much. I mean, other than Bulbasaur, the only real grass type that I've ever liked was do you pronounce it Trico?
Yeah, it's Trico.
I mean, Trico was alright, but otherwise I've never really favored grass.
I don't blame you. Like,
I think Chikorita ruined it for
yeah,
me.
I was going to say, first gen, you have Bulbasaur, who might actually be my favorite starter from first gen.
Really?
It's kind of hard to tell. Like, all three of them are awesome. If I had to
I
pick
kn-
one, it'd probably be Bulbasaur.
it's a life decision picking
Yeah,
picking that one.
yeah.
And the only other grass type I really like, but then again, I've never played this game before, and I don't even know what it's called, but the giant turtle from Diamond and
Oh,
Pearl.
Turtwig.
I found his design really cool.
I didn't like the baby form, but when he was fully evolved, I like it too. He has like a continent on his back. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I know. He's like, fuck you, I'm gonna carry the world.
The world. But one thing I give Chespin credit for is that he is the first mammal grass type starter.
That's
Because,
true.
yeah, the other four are all based off reptiles.
I didn't realize that. You're right.
Yeah, I didn't notice either until I saw like forums on it.
it'll be interesting to see what they do with his design.
Yeah, it looks like he has potential. Like, I don't think he's like hated. Like it's so bad, but it's just something off about it, you know?
He's gonna turn into another Oshawott,
Yeah,
I think.
that's what I think what they're going for. Hey, Oshawa was hated at first, and he's like one of the more popular ones.
Yeah, Jordan picked him.
Yeah, Jordan picked him.
I think out of pity though, but
Pity.
oh man, I feel bad for this stupid little thing. No, I'm kidding.
uh, well,
Well,
I
how about the next one?
yeah, Fennekin, the Firefox logo.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's actually the cutest one out of all of them, if I can say that in a manly way.
The MLP fan. No, no, I'm kidding.
It's alright.
I agree with you. Fennekin caught my attention first.
Yeah, I kind of thought it was going to be like an Eevee form at first before I saw like its name.
I know it's kind of pulling it off a little bit.
Yeah,
At the same time, though, it's unique in its own way.
yeah, it's unique. I thought it was going to be like some kind of form of Eevee, like a variation, but it turned out I like it.
Uh, which one did you say you're gonna pick?
The next one, I don't want to spoil that one. Uh,
um, Originally, I actually was thinking about picking Fennekin, but I'm
yeah,
not sure now.
you actually told me over Skype. Yeah, it was over Skype. You told me you might actually pick Fennekin, which actually caught me off guard.
Yeah, I know. The only fire starter that I've ever picked is Tapig because it's just so adorable.
It's so fucking cute. Um,
Tapig's my favorite
yeah,
of all time.
I can see why you like him. Like, I didn't pick a game with him yet, but I think I will once I transferred my white stuff to white 2.
I've always been a water starter, so picking a fire is always hard for me
Fuck.
because it's the exact opposite. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll give Fennekin second thoughts, but
Here's something
I
we can talk about. Do you think it'll be firefighting? Something
think
that
it'll be what?
firefighting.
Firefighting. Like what?
Like the final form will be firefighting, like the last 3 starters were. I really hope
probably.
not.
I don't know why, but I can kind of picture like a giant fire Ninetales-ish kind of thing.
Oh no.
I mean, who knows what they're gonna do with it, but
I just hope it's not firefighting. Because we
oh,
had
and
so many of them.
Embor.
Embor, Blaziken, Infernape.
They always seem to screw up the fire types. Like Charizard is where it all started
What do you
because
mean?
they didn't count him as dragon type.
Oh, well, he was supposed to be, but then they realized, oh, he won't be weak to ice, so they changed it to flying.
They always, I don't know, they always mess up towards the end with fire, but
The only one that's like pure fire is Typhlosion.
and let's see. I was trying to think of the other final forms.
But
Blaziken.
they're all fighting.
Yeah, I know. It's
See what I'm
ridiculous.
saying?
They can't get it right. Watch Fennekin turn into like another Blaziken, just this big macho thing that comes out of this little creature.
No.
Like Tapig.
Yeah. A lot of people were disappointed with that. Like, they thought that Tapig would be like, I don't know, fire ground or just not fighting, but big
They always got
turnaround.
to throw it in.
Yeah, might as well throw it in.
Do you think a lot of people are gonna play this game?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Pokemon sells like hotcakes.
On the forum here, it's kind of split.
Why are we getting like, it's in 3D, it's ruined forever?
Yeah, similar thing. However, some people are saying that it's about time for the big 3D jump because of the 3DS.
Oh yeah, I think uh, it's about time.
It does look cool. I like it. I like the way they're going with it.
Yeah, I'm liking the background so far. Um, before we get into the backgrounds, are we done? Well, I should say let's wrap things up with the starters. You know?
All right, on to the best one.
Yeah, the one we're both picking, unless Ryan has second thoughts about Fennekin.
I might not because, well, da 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 da. It's a frog.
Da 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 da.
Froakie.
Froakie.
And not only is it my favorite animal, but it's my favorite color.
Yeah, blue. I was like, yes.
And the difference between this thing and Seismitoad is that this thing is really cute.
In actual.
I hate Seismitoad. I don't know why.
Maybe it's because it looks ugly to you.
Yeah, I'm kind of contradicting myself with the whole blue frog thing, but
Well,
I just could never get used to him.
maybe it's seismic. Maybe it's because he's a toad rather than a frog. Sudden realization.
Oh god, Pokemon always messes like with my head. Like when you told me that Poliwhirl was technically a frog.
Yeah, actually, you know the swirl on its belly?
Yeah.
That's like actual frogs have that.
What?
Well, no, like the swirl is supposed to be like the inside, like its organs, and frogs actually do have that.
I get it.
My
Yeah.
bad.
I mean, I should have caught on to it with the whole first evolution was a tadpole, but
And Polytoad.
just looked so weird.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I didn't. I couldn't. If I was a kid, I couldn't see frog out of that. So I don't blame you.
And then it turned into an angry frog.
Angry frog.
I can't. I really can't wait to see what Froakie's gonna turn into.
Oh yeah.
Watch him turn into a. Watch him be another Squirtle. He just starts evolving with like these big guns.
Yes. He grows wings on his head, but then ditches them for like cannons, like War Turtle.
And he wears shades.
Yeah, the commie shades.
I think I will stick with him.
Yeah, he just looks so cool. Like I always try to pick the stars that can like look either like cool or like goofy, like but not like over the top goofy.
And this is gonna sound really gay, but the thumbnail picture I'm looking at of him right now, he's frowning, but in all the other pictures, he's usually smiling, and it just looks so cute.
So gay. Nah, no, I agree with you. He has that. I just want to pick him right now.
Looking at him right now, I can notice that he has like gloves on.
Yeah.
Well, what looks like gloves, and then he has like this
Afro.
cloud afro around his
It's his back hair.
neck. I really hope he doesn't turn into like a clown frog.
Oh no.
A Mr. Mime frog.
No. It's a cloud
and
suit.
then Fennekin becomes Jinx. No, I'm kidding.
Oh no. What the hell happened?
I've ruined the game.
Yay.
Pokemon XXX.
I was going to say if they plan to like update this game, like you know how Silver, Soul Silver,
Oh,
they should
yeah.
make Pokemon X, Pokemon Triple X.
Triple X. Starring May. Yes.
Yes. You can only
Well,
choose female trainers, and you fight nothing but female trainers.
Win. But then they come out with the creepy version.
No.
Oh god. I can see them doing that with like every game.
Yeah.
Chapping its own theme.
That would be.
Well, now that we have the starters out of the way,
Want to get to the legendaries?
yeah, we can cover the legendaries now.
X or Y? I guess we should go in order.
Alright, I forget which one's which, so start us off.
Okay. Our first legendary is the legendary for Pokemon X. Serenus. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong.
Oh,
The
that's
deer.
the deer.
Yeah.
Okay,
Multicolored
I get it
antelope.
now. Yeah.
Go.
With sword legs.
Hell yeah.
I will admit, though, excuse me, I really like the ants.
Yeah.
I
it,
got overexcited.
it's alright. You caught Todd's hiccups.
Rainbows! I don't know which one to choose. I mean,
um,
well, X is the rainbow deer.
yeah, rainbow deer. We'll get to the next one after we cover Mr. X, as I will call him, so I don't sound like a fucking idiot.
I don't even know his name, so
Oh.
let me Google it.
Well, I guess I'll give my thoughts while you search for him. I like his design. It's very majestic. It's like this is Bambi's dad, like Super Saiyan.
When he popped up at the end of the trailer, my jaw just dropped. I was like, "Whoa, what?"
My eyes. Um, at first, I don't want to say I didn't like it at first. Like, kind of, I don't know. Like, there was something off about him at first, but I'm actually grown to like his design more and more.
Me too.
Like at first, it kind of reminded me like Dialga fused with like one of the legendary musketeers from Black and White.
With a little hint of Jirachi.
Oh yeah.
And I found his pronunciation. It's Xerneas.
Xerneas. Ah.
Xerneas. Thank you for dictionaries.
Thank you, Internet.
I do like Xerneas's design though.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Like one thing that I like with like after like in fourth gen, like all the legendaries were like, this one can control time, this one can control space, this one's god of all Pokemon. It's true, but in
Yeah,
like in Black and White and as so far in this game, like they seem to be more like Zekrom and Reshiram were like based off of Yin and Yang. Like they don't have this overpowered gimmick.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't even catch that. Yin and
The
yang.
Yeah, the Musketeer trio, they're just like really powerful Pokemon. Like they don't have like they don't control emotions.
And they really can't make too much anymore because they've made God already.
Yeah, they made God.
They threw in God like halfway through the series.
Yeah, they threw in God in like what's considered the worst gen.
They're like, oh, by the way, this is the God of all Pokemon.
Yep, it's a goat.
I'm pretty sure they've already made a deer, but I forget its name.
Um, in Gen no wait, that was a antelope. In Gen 5 there's Swasbuck.
There's like it's in the movie with
Oh, Shaman.
oh man, there's so many movies.
um, I think the current count's like 16.
Oh my god. Okay, let me try and but I was gonna make the comparison that what is its name? That there's this magical deer that appeared in a movie.
Does it
I remember watching.
Does it like transform?
No, it's supposed to be like a legendary, like Jirachi.
I think you're talking about Shaman. Let me send you an image. And I'll jump cut just in case if there's like any wall going around.
Because I was gonna say I don't know why, but it looks like he's like an evolution of him. And then when we get into the next one, I'll tell you what his evolution might be, or combination actually.
Okay, I like where this is going. Trying to get the
You
can't
know
get the
what?
text up. What?
I think they did combine.
Combine what?
Now that I'm looking closer at these designs, I think they combined legendaries from previous games into one ultimate legendary.
Alright, what do you think Xeranus is? Xeranus, my bad.
I think he's the I think he's the combination between Diamond and Pearl legendaries.
Actually,
Palkia, Palkia and
Dialga. I actually brought up
Dialga.
Dialga. I compared Dialga to one of the Musketeer trios in Gen 5.
If you look closely, it has the spikes and the I don't know. It just has the same structure almost, as if they just combined them and threw on antlers.
Needs more antlers. uh,
Do you want to get into the other one so I can tell you my combination for that one? Which is, yeah, it's creative.
yeah, I like the design. Like, it doesn't like I get what you mean. Like, it does seem like they're like combinations, but like they don't seem to painfully obvious, I guess would be the
Yeah,
word.
because I
But
didn't even pick it up until now.
well, I guess that's all we can say about Xeranus. So, want to move on to the next one?
Yep, he's pronounced
Velvet.
e evil tall.
Evil Tall. Oh.
Eve. I like how the word evil is in it.
Evil Tall.
Or I'm just pronouncing it horribly wrong.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's the internet.
he's your he's yet another bird legendary.
Yay. I actually like his design, but before I compliment it, why don't you ruin it by telling me who, by what fusion is he?
I think you already got it, but I think it's Kyogre and Groudon.
I see, I don't see Kyogre, but I see Groudon. I was actually going bringing that up. I see like a flying version of Groudon.
I only see Kyogre because of the wings.
Oh yeah,
It's like they combined them, but at the same time tried to make their own original.
yeah. I really do like. I don't know why. I really like this legendary's design, which is probably why I'm going to pick up Y.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I'm surprised we didn't get into what version we'll pick up. Yeah, we'll save that for later. Well, we don't have that much information to go off for each version anyway. So back on track. I really like his design.
I I like it too. I like I guess I could call them veins on his
Yeah,
wings.
I think that's pretty cool.
That's what really stands out. Both of them have that actually. They have one distinct thing that stands out,
Yeah, for both like shapes.
and he forms a Y.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, he's the one. Sudden realization.
So you can never mess that one up.
Yeah.
Unless he somehow forms another tail. I like the I like his horns too. I can't really see his face all that well.
Yeah, the face is kind of blurry in some of the images I found. Well, actually, I think Bulbapedia has like a 2D picture. Oh yeah, there it is. I'll have to send that one to you. It doesn't,
I,
from what I'm seeing, it doesn't really have a bird face.
it it kind of has a I don't even know. I want to say reptile-ish.
Yeah, like, I sent you the image, check it out, like... Well, here's something that's interesting. What type do you think it's going to be? Because they didn't release what type the legendaries are going to be.
Dark fire. No, I don't
can't
know.
even know anything.
The image you sent me, I can see the face a lot better, and it does look really cool actually.
Yeah.
It looks a lot cooler than the in-game
Yeah.
picture.
uh,
Well, if you're gonna pick Y, I'll pick X
yeah.
for the rainbows.
Rainbow. Any predictions on what types they're going to be? You know, for fun.
Let's see. What was Gen 5's again? I forget.
What do you mean, legendaries?
Yeah, weren't they dragon?
Yeah, Dragon Fire, Dragon... Rushram was Dragon Fire, Zekrom was Dragon Electric, which actually both of them are unique. Anyway, and then Kirim was Dragon Ice.
So they kind of just throw in random ones sometimes.
Well, I can get like their type Wolver Dragons. But these two are, it's kind of hard to tell what type it will be.
I mean, I'm just gonna call them X and Y. I'm not even gonna bother pronouncing them.
Mr. X and Mr. Y.
Mr. Y looks like a dragon almost.
Yeah,
Oh, only a little bit though.
a little bit. There's something that tells me he's not going to be dragon, because we already had enough dragon legendaries.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. But,
he also reminds me of a phoenix.
yeah, but we have Ho-Oh, though.
It's the red that's throwing me off. I don't know.
I was going to guess, like, you actually, I don't know if you were joking about this, but I do see, like, a dark type in him, like, maybe dark flying.
Yeah, I said the dark because of the black on his back, and then I said dark fire, but I don't really know.
Yeah. I don't know if it'd be dark fire.
It's really hard.
Yeah. Has to be part flying, but for Mr. X, I think he's going to be ice fighting type.
I can see that. Yeah.
It's mostly because of the blue, but like I don't think we had another. I don't think there's a fighting ice type, so I don't see why not.
Yeah, I really can see that because of his antlers, and if you look at his legs, they're ridiculously sharp.
Oh yeah, cut you with them.
Yeah, he's probably gonna have a big cut move.
Yeah. Diamond cut. Make it happen.
I like where you're going with this, though. I can see. Maybe they will pull a fire and ice.
Yeah. Actually, you're right.
And then just have one dark, one fight.
Yeah, maybe. I kind of hope it's not fire flying, though, because, like, we have Ho-Oh, Moltres. I hope they don't go fire flying. I rather dark flying.
I don't know what they're gonna do with it because it's blue and red for the logos, and when you think of that, you think of fire and ice. But
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there's no news on it, so.
Yeah. Well, this is like first impressions, so maybe we'll do another video if we have more information. But we'll need a lot more.
Yeah, this is all just a guessing game right now.
Well, it's just our thoughts and opinions. But I guess that's all we can say about the legendaries.
One last thing, if two trainers with them go into battle, I really hope one trainer is riding the wings of Y, and the other one is riding on the back of X.
I can see that now.
Or standing on the antlers.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about them, though.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
Still a mystery.
It will forever be a mystery. But
go ahead.
Damn it. Okay, well, I was going to say, since we have nothing left to say about the legendaries, I want to talk about what we've seen with the battle mechanics.
Sure. That really caught my attention, too.
Yeah, like, they're still going for that, like, they're still standing in that field of grass, but, like, the backgrounds are all 3D and stuff, and it looks it's kind of like Pokemon Stadium, but, you know, portable.
It is like Stadium.
Yeah.
Because when they go for the attack, it's a zoom in.
Yeah. Actually, you're right.
And then it's just this epic overview right before execution.
Yeah. Actually, bringing up when Chespin uses Solar Beam, he like uses it on a Magikarp, and it really fucks him up. I was like, why are you overkilling this Magikarp?
I'm looking at this video by Game Explain.
Yeah.
They said that there's a snake legendary too.
Maybe that's our Z.
There might be one.
Zeppret. That will be its name.
It says that the one of the comments says that the legendaries are based off of Norse mythology.
Oh, actually, I can't believe I forgot to bring this up, but like the world in this game is supposed to be based off like in Gen 5, the overworld was based Unova was based off like America. In Gen 6, this world is going to be based more off of like France.
Really?
Yeah, because there's like one of the shots is like this like kind of like Eiffel Tower like building.
Mhm.
So, seems kind of interesting.
Well, watching the trailer again, there is a girl, but at the same time, do you think they'll do customizable
Actually,
characters?
that was another topic I want to go into because if you look in like the one scene where the player's like looking in the mirror, he's like wearing these glasses and he doesn't wear them for the rest of the video, so we might have customizable clothing.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, I mean like Battle Revolution is like Pokemon on the Wii. I don't know if you heard of it, but like it's like a it's a terrible version of Pokemon Stadium with horrible Nintendo Wi-Fi, like most Nintendo Wii games. But well, the thing it did right the most is like you can have these trainers and you can customize them any way you want with like different clothing and stuff.
I would love that because in Gen 3 I had like white hair and it was like, what?
It was the saw cat. I told you that.
It's so weird though.
To be
I
fair,
can't.
I thought it was white hair too. So it's kind of like we're playing as Danny Phantom.
Yeah. And going back to the France overworld, you're right because you can see the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah. Well, something based off Eiffel Tower.
The
The
Pokemon.
Pokemon world is just right next to France. Who knew?
um, let's see. By the looks of it, they're gonna have every old Pokemon back in it.
Well, I don't see why not. I
I
mean,
mean, there's a Magikarp.
well, we're going to have to probably transfer them from white to, because you know that's how everything works.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
it's can't really since I have white too, I'm okay with it. But for you, you might be you'd be missing some of your favorites.
I can't believe I didn't even bother to buy it yet. The sequels.
Well, we're kind of in the middle of college, and college kind of ruins our game time.
Oh, I know.
Uh,
Drastically.
luckily, I got my work done, so that's kind of off topic. But anyway,
I
you go first.
I wonder when they're. Yeah, I think they will announce a Z soon though.
I hope they go for more of a X2, Y2, or don't even call it that. Like call the sequel Z. Like it's its own story and stuff. Don't make a remake, because that's one
Yeah.
thing I like about White 2 and Black 2 is like well, they're continuing the story, which I liked, and they improved it a lot. Like I know you didn't play through White 2, Black 2, but I think you'll love the story. It's really good.
I'll definitely check it out, and I'm glad that they did go with
The sequel.
they went. What's that?
Uh, they went for more like a sequel rather than just a remake.
Yeah, I'm really glad they went for a sequel because Emerald and Platinum were just the same thing.
Yeah.
If you check out this video I just sent you, there's fan art for the final evolutions.
Oh, nice. I don't know if I want to click on it because then it'll capture the sound from my headset.
And apparently Fennekin is fire psychic.
Okay, I like that. That's better than fire. It's Fennekin's revenge on all the firefightings.
About time. Jeez.
Here's something new that'd be interesting to talk about. The previous Pokemon games, so it would always be released in Japan first, and it will take like several months for it to be released everywhere else, right?
Mhm.
This is one of the I think this is the first Pokemon game, or main Pokemon game, where it's actually going to be released worldwide
That's right. I did hear about that.
So that's kind of interesting because like now we can't like prepare ourselves, so like it's going to be like fresh. We won't be
Everyone,
spoiled.
yeah, everyone's going to be hit with it right at once, which
Yeah,
is pretty cool.
yeah, I like that too.
And I forget what's the online going to be like.
Uh, I don't know if they mention anything about online.
I wonder if you can. I wonder if they're going to pull an Animal Crossing and you can go into people's worlds
I actually like the sound of that.
and like both of you run around and like help each other.
Yeah, I like that idea actually.
They might do that because think about it, it's all going to be released on the same day worldwide. Everyone's going to be playing it at the same time, so
Each character has each avatar has their own custom design for the most part.
either that or they want to make a lot of money fast.
They want their money now. But I can definitely say I'm looking forward to this.
I am too, actually. Like Conquest and Black and White too. I was like,
They're going in the
oh,
right direction with the series.
yeah, they are actually.
Yeah, like with third gen is like it was one of the big changes. Like they introduced a well, not a new battle mechanic. That was actually the next scene, but like it tried several things different. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. But then like Gen 4, well, other than changing the battle system, was pretty bleak and didn't do as much as like Gen 3 did. But Gen 5, while it made some improvements, um, isn't like the change that we needed. Black White 2 improved that, but it's not that change. But I think this is the change that we've been looking forward to for a while.
Yeah, like you said, for a little bit they're just getting really repetitive.
I'm sorry.
No, they were.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Um, to be honest, when I was a kid and they announced Gen 2,
Yeah.
I was really upset because I didn't want any new ones.
Oh.
I was like one of the only people that didn't.
I can
And
see.
there,
I can see why, because like you capture all your Pokemon and you realize there's like 200 more.
yeah, you have to keep starting over. Now they're up to like what, 700?
642. Uh, as far as Black and White 2.
Um, who was the big 500?
500?
I think Embor.
I think 500 was Victini, or maybe it was Snivy.